Hey guys, how's it going? It's Mr. VP. Welcome back to the channel. We've got in our hands today the Godzilla Battle Pack with Burning Godzilla and Mothra. And the reason why I wanted to open up this one first is because I just got the Neca Mothra and I was very surprised by how small the body of Mothra really is. So I wanted to open up this one so I can grab Mothra out of here and see how she scales with the 6-inch figures, because I feel like that's going to scale really well. So yeah, we'll talk about this a little bit. So this is a $10 toy that includes Godzilla, Mothra, and this little image that you can stand up behind the figures and create your own scene and bring the battle to life. But it has the standard Godzilla King of the Monsters 2019 packaging, the nice blue and gray with the greenish gray backdrop with the battleships, and looks really nice, really cool. Got Godzilla poking out of the box here with the Monarch / Monsterverse logo in the bottom left, and then Godzilla and E.T. Mothra. Now I don't understand what E.T. means. I thought once I saw the movie I would understand, but I still don't quite understand what they're going for with that. I know that she's technically a Titan, just like Godzilla and all the other monsters, but I still don't understand why they call it E.T. That doesn't make any sense to me. So maybe it means something, maybe it meant something in like an earlier version of the script, and that's what Jakk's toys based it off of. I have no idea. Maybe one of you guys can fill me in, because I literally have no clue. But anyways, bottom right corner has the Jakk's logo, and this is for ages 3 and older. Side of the box says collect them all, shows Godzilla here with the blue spines and Rodan, and then Godzilla with no spines lit up or anything like that with King Ghidorah. And then down the bottom again says Godzilla and E.T. Mothra. On the other side there is nothing at all, just a couple logos and attention warnings. Here is the UPC and other information, warning, stuff like that. And on the back of the box you do have this little scene. Looks really cool. Godzilla looks like he has quite a bit more lighting on him, and way more than the actual figure himself. And Mothra has some, looks like an animation there that makes it look like she's actually fluttering her wings. And then there's a description down there, which I will I'll put on the screen here. And if you guys want to read it, I suggest pausing the video. Okay, and in the bottom right corner you see that nice backdrop with Godzilla back there, and then you see the various logos that are associated with both Godzilla and this particular movie, which is really nice. Cool to see those. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the packaging. Let's take a look. We'll open it up and pull these figures out. Alright, so open this up, you should go inside, find this strip here tape, cut that open, try to open this edge, pull this flat, pull this slides out, very nice, and then it's just a matter of snaps and zip ties here. So we'll do that one, we'll do that one, and we'll do that one, and then Alright guys, well here they are outside of the packaging. This Godzilla definitely looks much cooler. I didn't realize that he had so much of that, orangey red paint on his chest and going down his tail. It definitely doesn't show it that well in the packaging, so I'm really happy to see that it has much more paint than I was expecting. Still needs quite a bit more to be movie accurate, but I will take this because you can definitely see what they are going for here. And another interesting thing that I noticed, that this is actually just the same exact mold that Jakk Specific has been using for Godzilla since 2014. Obviously just shrunken down to a 3-inch version instead of being a 24 or a 12-inch version. And also it has the updated spines and feet, so they tweaked those. And also interesting is that the spines themselves are molded into this figure, as opposed to the 12-inch Jakk Specific Godzilla that I reviewed recently. Those spikes are a separate piece. They are one, giant separate piece that you can clearly see the seams for. So very interesting that this is molded in like that. And also this figure has some weight to it. So unlike the bigger figures, which I feel like are hollow plastic, this is not hollow at all. This feels very solid. So very cool little figure. And I guess we'll stay on Godzilla for now because it is just a smaller version of the big figures. It has the same exact points of articulation, and that includes the tail segment, so it comes in 2 segments here. So you get articulation on the tail in 2 spots, and then at the feet you get pretty good rotation there. And then at the arms, decent rotation there. They're not on a ball or anything, so you can't really move them from side to side. Nothing at the hand. And then when you move up to the head, the difference on this figure versus the 12-inch is that this head actually moves. The 12-inch is stationary. So this is actually more similar to the big fig, if you will, the 24-inch Godzilla. However, this mouth also doesn't open or close. But, you know, it's not a bad little figure. Definitely, you know, good size to like have at your desk or something like that if you want. Something that doesn't take up a lot of space, but definitely sends a message. So yeah, pretty cool. Moving on to Mothra. This is definitely a good size figure. However, I feel like it's too big to scale with these 3-inch figures. I think this is actually a much better scale with the 6-inch figures from both Neca and Jakk Pacific. And I will probably end up displaying this with those figures unless I really enjoy the Mothra figure from Neca. I do have that, and I will be unboxing that soon. I'm not sure how that's going to look with its humongous wingspan compared to the same exact body size, but we'll see. You know, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, I guess. But I really do feel like this is a little bit larger than a 3-inch scale for you know, to go nicely with this Godzilla and, you know, Ghidorah and Rodan. So we'll check that in a minute here. Now, as far as articulation on this Mothra, there's nothing at the legs, nothing at the tail slash stinger slash abdomen thing, or thorax, whatever you call that. She does have the primary arms and then the secondary arms, but they are molded together and they do not articulate either. Moving up to the head, there is no articulation. That's just molded into the body. And then the last thing are the wings, and these have nice full rotation. They can go all the way around and they can flap because they're on a ball. Now, as far as paint, this figure is definitely lacking in that regard. Obviously, it's just molded in this, you know, light to medium brown color, the body anyways. They did put blue paint on the eyes, which makes it stand out a little bit, which is nice. And then the wings, these are just decals, so these are just stickers. So there's a sticker here, one big sticker, and then the same thing on the other sides. I know it's, you know, it's a cost savings doing that, but it definitely gets distracting, especially when you guys see the light hits it, and it beams off of there. So I won't be storing this or displaying it rather in an area where you're gonna see the light flashing off of it, because that's gonna look silly. But, you know, for $10 to get, you know, 2 figures and this little index card, which I could do without. I don't really like that. I think it's a little bit too small. But still, anyways, for $10, you're not doing too bad here. But yeah, let's do some comparisons and see what we've got going on here. Okay, so first up, we'll show this 3-inch Godzilla with the 6-inch version from Neca. And then the 6-inch version from Bandai. Bring Neca back in here for a second to show that side by side. Okay. And then lastly, we'll show it with the 12-inch figure from Jakk Pacific. I have to bring this pretty far back to show you. Okay. So definitely a big size difference there. Also, what's nice on this figure, since it is based on that one, is that there are no screw holes. So that's good. That's good. And now we'll do the comparisons with Mothra. Alright, so here is Mothra with the 12-inch Godzilla from Jakk Pacific. And here she is with the Bandai Godzilla 2019. And here she is with the Neca Godzilla. Yeah, see, I feel like that's a really, really good scale, because in the movie they make it look like Mothra is significantly smaller than Godzilla. At one point there's a scene where Mothra is crawling onto Godzilla's body, and that looks pretty darn close to scale accurate there. I'll leave Godzilla in the backdrop for a second. So here Mothra is with King Ghidorah, or Ghidorah, whichever you prefer. And this is the 6-inch version, I should mention. Okay, leave him in the frame as well. And then lastly, here is the 6-inch Rodan figure. And this is probably the one figure in the 6-inch line that Mothra does not scale so well with, because in the movie, yes, Rodan is definitely bigger, but not by this big of a margin. So I feel like it works for the other ones, but not necessarily with Rodan. Alright. Oh, and before I forget, as a little sneak peek I have for you guys, so I just picked up the Neca 2019 Mothra figure, and I wanted to open this figure up so I could compare and contrast them. And this is my biggest surprise here, is that the actual body of this figure is almost the same exact size. Oh, that's how the wing comes off. Almost the exact same size there. Actually, I think they are the same size. And yet the wingspan is significantly different. So, this wing is at least 2 inches, maybe 2.5 inches longer. So definitely very interesting design that Neca has gone with. But I'll be reviewing that soon. So definitely stay subscribed, stay tuned for that. And yeah, that's it for me. Alright guys, well that is pretty much it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comment section below, will you be picking up these figure collections? There are 2 more of them at least. There may be more coming out in the future, who knows, but right now there's just this one, and then there's the one with Godzilla with the blue spines and Rodan, and then there's the one with King Ghidorah and regular Godzilla. Like I said, they're just under $10 at Walmart. I think that's a pretty good price for what you're getting. And also, please stay tuned, because we'll be doing the Neca Mothra very soon. And then also, this just came in today, the SH Monster Arts Godzilla 2019. This will be the first Monster Arts figure that I'm actually going to open, because I am usually too afraid to open them up because they cost so darn much. But this one I really want to show you guys how it is, and it'll give me an excuse to actually open it up. So very, very excited to open this up and show you guys how it looks and compare it to all these other figures, including and especially the Neca Godzilla. So hope you guys liked the video. Hope you all are having a great day. And like I said, please stay tuned, because there will be more Godzilla King of the Monsters videos coming soon, very, very soon. And that's pretty much it. Thank you so much, and have a great day. Bye-bye.